Welcome to episode 36 of the Wilderness Podcast, the show that we record. I'm your host, Dilz. Over there, we got Deagin.
Hey, how's it going?
How was your week?
Not too bad. Non-RuneScape related. Just been playing like a lot of random ass games. Me and my friend, we did the family share thing for Steam.
Okay,
so we don't have to buy as many games, and we can pretty much split games. And
you want to quickly explain that? Because I don't really know what that is.
So you can set it up so you can say, if multiple people, in theory, or what it's supposed to be used, if they use the same computer, and instead of having to buy a game 4 times, you could buy it once and link Steam accounts together so you can play games in other people's library as long as they're not playing their own games at that moment.
Okay, there's got to be a catch because that sounds so easily abused.
Well, the catch is just it's just meant to say you have a daughter or a son or something, and you have Bayonetta, but they want to play it too, and you don't want them to be on your Steam account playing it, or they, whatever. Instead of having to buy it for yourself and them, you can just share accounts, and they can just play games off your library. Like I said, as long as you're not already playing your own games.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. There's no catch or anything. So, me and my friend have a bunch of games that, I was gonna get a bunch of games he already had, and vice versa, so we just shared our libraries, and yeah, so, I've been playing a lot of his games, he's been playing my games.
So you could do it with as many people as you want. You could do it with me. You could do it with anyone who listened to the show, let's just say.
I think there's a limit of 5 people.
Okay, limit of 5. That makes more sense.
Yeah. It's meant for families and shit. I don't know. It's pretty neat. So I got pretty much a whole new Steam library to play games from, so I've been doing that.
Can you play multiplayer games as well? Can they play it and make their own
I haven't
separate...
played any multiplayer games on his account. I don't think you could, though. I'm pretty sure it says you can, because, someone could just share with, a random... someone could be playing Counter-Strike, share with an account they just made, and then go on that account and cheat on it. And they would be
True.
okay. So I'm pretty sure you can't do that.
Now, let's say he logs on and he wants to play the game that you're playing. Do you get kicked off, or does he have to ask you to get off?
It gives you... It'll say, this person's logged onto their or is playing a game from their library. You have 5 minutes to finish up, and then it kicks you off after 5 minutes.
True, so I could see that being kind of annoying.
I mean, it's not a bad... I can play his games, and he can play my games at the same time. So as of right now, it's not an issue at all. I'll be playing his games. I was playing Stick of Truth, the South Park game.
Mm-hmm.
And he was playing Abzu, which is a underwater exploration game.
Yeah, it's free on PS4 right now. I downloaded it, but I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, it's I don't know, we share games. It's awesome.
Cool, so you opened up your early access library to him. He must be excited.
Oh man, he's not that excited, I don't think. I don't know. He's played... I have some games that I've really been wanting him to play, and he just doesn't want to buy them, so now I'm kind of forcing him to go through them, and he's doing the same with me.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. We like our single-player games, and we like talking about them, so it works out for both of us. Other than that, though, I've started playing a lot of Rocket League, actually.
Nice. It's fun.
Yeah,
game.
I really hate being bad at games. I'll pick up a game, I pick up, Street Fighter way back when. I'm not that good at it now, but... And I'd play and be really shitty, and it would bug me how bad I am at a game, so then I, try to get really good at it as fast as I can before I hit, mediocre or average and then quit. And so I'm kind of doing that with Rocket League.
How you doing with that?
I'm still pretty shit. My friends are, really fucking good, though. It's not fair.
Well, that's the thing, it depends what good means,
Let's
right?
just say, they'll get some crazy-ass aerials, half, or, across the map aerials and shit, and I'll be like, holy fuck, that was sick, and they're kind of yeah, that was kind of cool. They don't really care. It's kind of average. They'll do some nutty-ass saves where, they're, half court, someone nails a ball over them, and they, boost from behind, get in front of it, and, fly up backwards and, hit it, and they block, pretty much when I play with them, I just kind of sit there and watch because I can't even get near the ball. It's just in the air.
Yeah, they're just dude, stay away from us. You're going to fucking knock the ball in. You're going to knock us out of the way.
Yeah,
just let us carry you.
They're just doing, crazy-ass shit. Nonstop aerials, and I'm just oh fuck, that's cool. I want to do
Rocket
that.
League's a dangerous game.
Yeah,
I got it
I've gotten
for
a lot better, though.
I got it for PlayStation 4 because it was every month they have like 2 games for free that you can just download, and sometimes there's there's a lot of shit games, but every now and then they'll have a fucking really good game. Binding of Isaac is one of them. Rogue Legacy, another one. And Rocket League was the other one.
Oh, damn.
So, yeah, it's an awesome game, a lot of fun. I get super pumped, and the reason I'm saying it's a dangerous game is because I broke my couch because of it. All by myself too. I'm not even like, I don't weigh that much, you know, I'm like 160.
Yeah.
But fucking, I'm playing Rocket League. I think either they got a goal in or I got a goal in. It was some crazy shot, and I jumped up and just slammed on my couch. You know, I jumped up in the air and just jumped back down, and then just fucking the wood frame just cracked in half.
I thought you were gonna go like completely other direction, like you threw your couch out of rage.
No, I just jumped up. Like, I got excited, so I jumped up really high and then landed down. And then it just broke, because I guess I was sitting right in the middle.
Yeah.
And we had a warranty on it or something like that, so I called the dude. They're like, yeah, we'll come check it out and get it fixed. What was the problem? And I said I had some friends over, and we were just sitting on it, and it just kind of broke. And they're just like, yeah, that's weird, but go check it out. And then, my bad, I didn't really inform my girlfriend on any of this, and she's just at home, probably playing League of Legends or something. He shows up, he goes, wow, what happened? He got excited playing Rocket League and jumped on the couch. He's just like, yeah, the warranty doesn't cover that kind of stuff. It turns out and leaves, and I'm just like, what?
Damn.
So that's my my Rocket League story. I still haven't replaced that couch. Gonna have to do that soon, though.
Yeah, I don't need to yet, at least. But
fucking mad dip in the middle.
I don't know. It's never bugged me when I sat on it, but maybe it bugs some other people. But yeah, I don't know. So Rocket League, RuneScape related. Did a bunch of Slayer. Did like 100 kills with Sarah. Pretty much it.
Nothing good.
2 Sarah swords.
Oh, that's not bad.
Right?
It
was a duo, right? Like I duo with my buddy.
True.
I tried soloing, and because of these Serb helm changes where, you know, getting hit doesn't venom people, like you can't solo anymore. Like,
I thought it still did venom them. I thought they reverted.
You have to
that
melee
change.
them. It only venoms whoever you melee.
Oh,
So like it venoms off of what I'm hitting. If I'm meleeing someone, every time I hit them, I have a chance to melee them.
Okay,
So-
that's huge. Yeah, that's a big difference. Sorry, I can't believe I didn't notice that last time when you said it.
So yeah, like I used to be able to solo Sarah and get like 10 kills a trip. I'm not that good at it. It's just Sarah's easy, and then now it's like 4. Like it's like the difference is friggin' ridiculous.
Gotta get good.
I just have to start prey flicking. I never wanted to do Sarah and have to prey flick. She have to like pray range and then, or mage and then range right afterwards, and then go back to mage, and every now and again flick to melee as you're running around in circles. And I'm just, you know, I can't be bothered, right? But now I kind of have to be bothered if I want to get high kill counts, because people.
I don't know if it's because I suck at prey flicking, but I find it so tedious.
Honestly, me and my friend were like talking about it today, and because we're Canadian, our pings like, oh, we're not Australian, but like, you know, it's not as bad. But like, there are like a lot of servers where you just can't prey flick. Cause like I can prey flick, but you know how like you'll hear like streamers like the ones that have been doing like the new update, the Inferno, they're all prey flicking and stuff, and they kind of like click in that rhythm nonstop. And if I do that, if I do that and compare it to like them, like their overhead stays up the whole time, and for me it like flickers or just never goes on, and like and then I'll go to a different like world and it'll work fine. I don't know. Like I can prey flag. It's like it's a little awkward in the beginning, but all it is the rhythm. But like most servers I can't do it on, which sucks. So
Shame.
Kind of feel bad for Australians, but because they can't do that ever. But
yeah, they don't get to prey flick.
Yeah, it's very ping related. They're oriented. But yeah, I don't know. We did Sarah for like 6-7 hours straight, and we got like a mil each, which is like not good.
Yeah.
Like how much time you put in for how little we got. And so we kind of were like, all right, we're going to start doing raids. So now I'm gearing up to do raids. I'm going to be, because I have like nothing to do, right? I have so much free time.
Sure.
I'm going to just max out my melee combats and then I think all I need is 78 herb lore. And I have like the minimum requirements to duo raids.
What's your herb lore at now?
62, I think.
Okay, so you got a little ways to go. That skill's so slow and expensive to train.
It's pretty fast. You just buy unfinished potions.
It's slow when you're working with like 100,000 gold.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to slay until I get, because I'm almost 96 attack. So I'm going to slay to 99 attack and 99 defense. Hopefully, I'll be 92, I think, Slayer.
Nice.
I think. Either 92 and 93. I don't know. I'm hoping for 92 though. That's what I want. And then with all the money I make from that, I'm going to throw that into herb lore. And then depending on how the raids go, I might have to get 90 hunter, which I could do that in a week if I do chinchampas, I've planned this all out because last couple weeks I've been bitching. I can't figure out what to do. So I kind of, me and him were talking about it. I'm like, 5 mil an hour from raids. I'm in, implying we can do it efficiently. But
I'm sure it'll take you a few times just to get the hang of it.
Oh, it's gonna take us like 15 tries to like have it
straight up
like clockwork.
I think that's the most fun about it. That's going to be the most fun of it.
Oh yeah, and like me and him, like when we do Sarah and shit, like Sarah's super easy, but we're just talking, shooting the shit, having a good time. Like I hate soloing because it's like listening to music, and I'm just and that's like. But when you're playing with someone, you guys like, oh, and I've known this guy for so long, right? So there's so much to talk about. And I don't know, it's always fun playing with them. So like doing raids, like I'm really excied. Once we can crank
raids
them,
are going to be a lot of fun too. I'm excited to do them because the last time I participated in a raid, just in a game, was when I played Destiny. And then every time you're playing with these like random people, and half the time either you're new or someone's there's new. And I always found that was such a fun factory. Whether it's you being the newbie or you're bringing someone along and having to show them the way, it makes it kind of fun. Unless you're trying to grind out the best item, right?
Yeah.
You want to just mash out as many as you can.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited to like, even though I'm kind of one update behind content, like when raids came out, I was like, oh, I want to do them. I should start gearing out, and I like didn't really care that much. But like now all the information's out. Wooks has like a really in-depth guide. It's like an hour long or 45 minutes long. A lot of resources out there.
Dude, go back and listen to our episodes.
Yeah, exactly. There's like a lot of resources and whatnot, and yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty excited to grind out some raids, make some money, and then after raids, now we can look forward to hopefully one day I can get the Inferno cape. I doubt it, but one day maybe.
One day.
Yeah. What about your week?
My week, it's been all right. I actually made some points so I don't just forget. So yeah, non-RuneScape related. I guess it's like real life. You ever seen the movie Lord of the Rings?
Never heard of it. What is it?
It's
about
Lord
Ganondorf,
of the Rings.
Right? Ganondorf, like in Darth Vader and stuff.
Yeah.
Spock.
No, Spock's from Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. Sorry, I get all those games mixed up. All those TV shows and animes.
Dude, you're confusing me at this point.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
No, the only reason I'm bringing this up because I started watching it with my girlfriend on the weekend, and basically my first time watching it, and everyone I've mentioned that to has just been flabbergasted. Everyone's just expected me to have watched it and just known it. But like since playing D&D, I just wanted to like really dive into these fantasy worlds.
Yeah.
And Lord of the Rings has always been kind of a slog to get through. Like the first movie's 3 hours long and a lot of dialogue, and it's hard to get me to sit down and watch a movie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure J.R.R. Tolkien, guy who made Lord of the Rings, he made it, like, he started creating, like, the world and whatnot in the books, started writing them, like, after he came back from World War II.
Yeah.
And I think he made it as, like, a way to cope with his, like, what's the word? Why can't I think of the word right now?
Trauma?
PTSD from the war? That's the only thing I can think of.
No, that sounds right.
Yeah. He couldn't, like, apparently he was super messed up from the war, and, like, he started writing Lord of the Rings to kind of help him get over it and, like, and whatnot. Or maybe...
So the Nazis?
Yeah, I don't know if it was World War I or II. I honestly don't remember. I remember hearing that, like, a long-ass time ago, though, so I might be a little bit off.
To look into it.
Yeah, I don't know. I always thought that was neat, though.
It got me curious, like, I know I could probably do a simple Google search right now and probably figure it out. But it made me wonder, where the hell did the idea of elves and dwarves and the culture behind these, like, mythical races and shit, like, where did this all come from? You know what I mean? I know elves and stuff are part of Iceland, like, it's in, like, some of their history sort of shit.
Well,
I don't know how to explain it.
It's always been part of, like, myths and stuff from, like, thousands of years, hasn't it? Like, just the concept of elves and
I don't know, because doesn't that sound kind of weird? Like, why would people be talking about these elves and these dwarves thousands of years ago unless they actually existed? I'm not saying they existed.
Well, like, same thing with dragons and stuff, right? Like, how do the people just kind of are creative like that? You know, it's like Michael Scott from The Office, how he said he drew a unicorn before he even knew what a unicorn was, and he was 5, couldn't even talk.
Dude, that's beautiful.
Yeah, some people can just think of some crazy ass shit.
It just got me interested because with a lot of, like, that fantasy lore, a lot of it's kind of like accepted among other I don't know, other stories and shit like that. Like, just, I don't know. Anyways, let's just move on from it. But it just got me thinking. It's probably something I should have definitely looked up, because there's probably people sitting there being like, dude, like, don't you know? And that, they know the answer right there. But
yeah, but I was gonna say, like, I don't know, mermaids and shit. Before, like, Disney changed pretty much what mermaids were. Have you seen, like, pictures of what they were? They were like,
no,
like sirens or whatever. They would, like, lure fishermen in the water to save them. And dude, if you look up pictures of them, like, it's actually scary. It's like a naked chick on top, and then under the water is this, like, disgusting ass, like, anglerfish-esque mouth. So when they come to save them, they just eat the sailors. But, like, I don't know.
What's kind of interesting is, like, a lot of those have a reason why. You know what I mean? It's like, you could definitely look back, and there's always, like, oh, you know, the story came from, these tales because this would happen, and then all of a sudden a storm would happen, and that's why they would say the siren called it, right? Some shit like that. Literally just talking on my ass and just making it up as I go. But I know I've heard there's a lot of things like that, and I watched a video a few days ago, and I can't even remember entirely the reason why, but it was, you might have seen it, it was on Reddit or some shit, but it was about why in a lot of artwork and stuff like that, there's knights fighting snails and shit like that. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be, like, commonly in, like, a bunch of books and stuff like that, and, like, they would say it appears way more than other things, and then he explains why, and I don't even know why I'm talking about it, because I can't remember why at this point, but yeah, it happened.
Pretty much racism, that's why.
Sure,
yeah, it was like a metaphor. I saw, like, some dude's video on it, Vox or something, YouTube channel.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it's got a lot of cool videos, and might have actually seen it on Reddit. I actually don't remember, but yeah, I don't know. It was like a metaphor calling certain people snails. That's all I remember.
Okay, that might be it. Because I think I was watching it in the shower, and then I think last week I was talking about my black mold infestation. So, is a hypochondriac when your brain's, like, so smart that it can make yourself sick just by thinking about something?
I think being a hypochondriac is like you're constantly thinking you're sick,
and then you
I think it's like a mental disorder where it's like placebo effect. Where you're like, I got a cough, I got cancer. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a shitty example, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, so I think I kind of have a little bit of that because with this black mold, I was like, every time I was having a shower or just in the bathroom, I just felt like my throat just started just getting itchy, and it felt like, honestly, like I was picturing just like fibers growing in my neck or something like in my throat. And it just felt really gross, like just hairball, like I was just had hair. But it just, honestly, I looked it up, and then I also called my aunt or something, and I was like, does this make sense? And she's like, when did this happen? I'm like, oh, it just kind of showed up like a few days ago. And she's like, oh no, like black mold, it's kind of common with moisture, like owning a house, expect to clean it often, sort of, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, there's no way you're going to be feeling like these like irritations for, you know what I mean? And then the next day, like I haven't noticed it since. We've cleaned it, but why I brought that up, I don't know. Oh yeah, because I was in the shower watching that Fox video, and I wasn't paying attention because I was paranoid about the black mold that I cleaned, but thought there was more.
Yeah. All right, shall we move on from the rambles?
Yeah, let's move on from the rambles.
Do you have any other things before we move on to the news?
Yeah, I want to bitch about this book I started reading called Graceling. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I would love to bitch about it, but we're not going to.
Is it bad?
It's actually, it's got a very cool premise. The concept of the world is really cool. It's like a medieval fantasy world. It kind of has some romance in it, but the problem is the main character is a very Mary Sue character.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean by that?
No clue.
You know in Lost, I think it's Lost, where the main character who was a pilot, and when they crashed, was also a doctor, and then like he could also was like a computer whiz when he was able to hack into some computer, and I don't know, he was just really good at everything.
He was actually like the best back doctor or some shit, back surgeon who was upset because he lost one patient, and he conveniently got his piloting license. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
okay, so the character's basically that, and like,
oh god.
There's a lot of parts where it's just like this king is like, you're going to do this. And then there's like 300 guys, and she's in her head. She's like, should I just drop all 300 of these guys right now with my hands, even though they have bows and arrows at me, but I could dodge every arrow and make it so the arrow hits the guy behind me in the neck. And I'm just like, come on.
Dude, you gotta read David Gimmel's Legend of Druss.
I have it on my Amazon wish list. So I'm probably going to get... I do want to read that. It sounds really good.
Oh, I love it. I love David Gimmel, even though he's dead, but still really good.
You can still love him.
Yeah. He's got so many good books. But yeah.
Oh, yeah? Interesting. So, yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's move on to RuneScape and stuff like that. I should mention, last week I was on the Ironscape podcast. They had a little episode. I'm only in it for like half it because I had to dip out halfway through, just... girlfriend got off work and stuff like that. But, so yeah, that's out there. Cause, we're doing a little cross promoting with each other. Cause you know what? Why not?
Did you plug our show? Did you just unnecessarily like, oh yeah, the Wilderness Podcast, you can catch us there. We're on iTunes. We're on Google Play. Did you do that every second you could?
Every second I could. They would make a comment and I'd be like, actually, we talk about that in episode 36 at the 32-minute mark. This is episode 36, so obviously not that example, but yeah. I'm just kidding. There wasn't really much of that, but could you imagine? Yeah, that was fun. It's a show for like, they cover a lot of Iron Man stuff and shit like that, so that's interesting because there's no way I'm ever dabbling in the Iron Man life. Actually, we did that in a few episodes before with little challenges, and we still might bust that out when our lives stop being so busy.
Well, mine's not. Yours is, but mine's not.
Yeah, that's the problem. Mine is.
Not until September. It works out fucking horribly, but
anyways, yeah. So yeah, that was fun. The Ironscape podcast, that was fun to be on. Back to RuneScape stuff. Oh, I decided to play, and I was, like I said, I was feeling a little not burnt out, but I wasn't sure what to do, because I've just been working on building up my house, and like, oh my god, the next grind I have to do is get like, I think it's like 9 mil for the Pharaoh Scepter, so I can get the Ancient Magic Altar.
Yep.
And it's really expensive. It's taking me a while to get there. So I was like, you know what? Let's take a break and let's go PKing. Let's do some Edgeville PKing. And who knows, maybe I'll fucking hit the jackpot.
Yep.
And walk away rich. And actually, man, okay, I know these don't really count as kills, but if you teleport before me, I count it as a win every time. Even though I was literally about to teleport and you went first, I'm always just like, yes, it's a victory.
Of course, yeah. You teleport, you're conceding right there.
Yeah, just if it's a good feeling. I mean, it's better than dying and stuff like that. So, anyways, and I actually killed someone.
Nice.
And this might be because of the void change, because they're rocking the Torag swag.
Yep.
Helmet, legs, and they had, some bow, and they were pretty decked out. They weren't skulled, but I ended up killing them, and I got some pretty sweet loot. I posted a picture in the Discord. I was really happy about that, because I'm not a good PKer. I'm pretty damn terrible, and I have a panic attack, and my Parkinson's kicking every time I'm about to have a fight, and I misclick and all this shit. I suck at specking. Like, if I get a kill, it's usually because my vengeance, and I was able to get a good hit with my whip.
Dude,
that's literally how I got that kill.
Though. If you can get a good venge off, that's all you need.
Oh, it's just I just venge when I can.
Oh.
Because I can't get a kill with DDS. I've tried it. I don't know why. I just can't ever hit with it.
Yeah, what you got to do is you got to try and read them, try and figure out when they're gonna go in for their big hit. That's when you pop vengeance and just fucking either risk it and hit them, or you just eat.
Yeah, I was out there for a bit, and I started to get, you get more comfortable, and you start figuring out, you can read them a little bit more. But the only problem is, it definitely is we're both low health, we're both going in for a big hit. One of us might die.
Yep.
Good luck. And then you both hit zeros, and then you both eat to full health, call each other safers. And
clean your pants off and go again.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're doing that for a bit. Only got the one kill. And then, I'm rocking the dual monitors. South Park. I'm watching YouTube, and I see there's a 24-hour South Park stream going on right now, and I'm like, shit, man, I don't have cable anymore. It's kind of hard to watch South Park. I'm down.
Yeah, how are those things allowed? They're just streaming marathons of shows. Yeah,
they swap around, and they have to pitch up they have to put the pitch up on the volume so everyone has a higher tone voice. This way it doesn't automatically get removed. And also they cut off a little bit of a border, so it's zoomed in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So I guess Google's algorithm doesn't see it as it being a South Park episode, because they've tweaked it just a little bit to make it seem different.
Just enough.
But what happens is it gets closed down, and then a new one pops up, so then you just click on that one and watch them.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I watched a bit of that, but I was like, man, how the fuck do they get away with this?
Yeah, so I'm thinking that. I'm opening it up, thinking this is awesome. This is really cool. I look over, I'm like, I probably should be doing this when I'm in the Edgeville Bank, but no, I'm sitting in the fucking wilderness. And what happens? I fucking see a dude armadillo spec me and just drops me. And I'm like, oh man, my heart sank.
Damn.
It was a fucking emotional roller coaster. I was skulled, and I didn't have time to react. I didn't protect my item. I lost my Abbey whip, or my tentacle whip, I should say.
Dude, you should always just sit in the wilderness with it on. It drains prayers so slowly, it's not it's a non-issue.
The thing is, I was out there for a fair amount of time where I was getting kind of confident and cocky, no one's gonna attack me. Who has the balls to attack me? I've been making these guys teleport left and right. Did you see that kill I got 20 minutes ago? Did you see that kill I got 20 minutes ago? And then they probably, this dude's like, man, look at this scrub. I'm gonna fucking...
Free AFK? AFKer?
So that happens, and if you would like to donate to my fund, I open up a GoFundMe. I'm just kidding. Will survive. So I stopped PKing after that. I haven't bought a whip yet, because I have my cash stack that's going towards the Pharaoh Scepter, and it's just if I have to take out 2 mil, let's get the Pharaoh Scepter first, and then I'll get a whip.
Yeah. Dude, just slay. I made 5 mil cleaning junk out of my bank, and then I made 3 mil from a day and a half of slaying.
No, I know. I just wanted to do something different. I slay all the time, man. I wanted to do something different. So, I went PKing to have some fun. I was sitting there thinking, what? This is the problem I have. And I'm sure others have it too. RuneScape's a great game, but you get in this mentality where you never want to waste experience when you're on. You're constantly looking at like, shit, 1 million experience until I have 99 strength. I would love to get 99 strength so I can move on to something else. Yep. So you're always looking at that. So every minute you're not doing that and you're, let's say, doing a clue scroll or something like that. Because a clue scroll, they're fun, but technically they're a waste of time, right? Because, I mean, not a waste of time, but waste of time in sense of experience because you're just doing it for the money.
Yep.
So, yeah, you get in this mentality, and that's what I was getting into because I want not so much experience. Mine was more geared towards making money. But I wanted to take a break. I'm like, what can I do for fun? I can play some Castle Wars, but that'll drain my cash stack because I like to go balls to the walls in it. Yep. Barraging people and all that shit. And I'm like, maybe Barbarian Assault because I keep thinking back when I did Barbarian Assault to get the fighter torso. I remember finding a party when we were able to blast it through like 2 rounds. I mean, like 2 full.
Yeah, like doing the
2
queen
full
twice.
goes. Yeah, doing the queen twice. And like at the same time, we're always like having fun and shit. Everyone just kind of jived really well. So I keep thinking like, I should go back and do that. And who knows, maybe I'll get the queen pet.
Yeah, the penance pet.
Yeah, that'll never happen. But you can always dream.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah,
RuneScape's a weird game.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. But should we move on to the news? I think everyone's excited to hear about the.
There's really not much to talk about this week, is there?
Nah. Anyways, we'll see you guys next episode.
Yeah, that was episode 36. Next week is 37.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Okay, but yeah. So let's talk about the big ol' update, the Inferno that came out, yesterday, and yeah, I don't know. It's pretty sweet. So they have the new area that's like attached. It's like right next to the fight pits, kind of. It's the Mor Ul Rek. I don't even know how you'd say that. I haven't heard anyone say it, so I can't just copy how they say it.
At this point, I'm pretty sure every name Jagex gives something is up for interpretation.
Yeah, we'll call it just the Inferno. Well, not really, but yeah. So when you're in the city of Mor Ul Rek, you present your fire cape to the city guard to enter it, and you only have to do that once, but you don't lose your fire cape. You just show it to them. Hey, I'm worthy. Look, I killed Jad. And like, oh, nice. And then you just walk in, and you still get to keep it.
I want to add pre-update. If you remember, because the Obsidian Cave has been there for a while.
Yeah,
where they kind of the entrances is where the gate was, and you'd see the guards there. And when you asked them, they just said like, "Oh, you can't go past this point," right?
Yeah,
that's where they've kind of opened it up. So it's kind of cool to see that, like, if you're younger and you're always wondering what's past those gates. Now you know. There it is. Yeah,
they're utilizing, old content and kind of
really
old areas. So yeah, once you enter the Inferno, there's some things you can do. There's lava fishing, where you fish lively lava, or you fish lava eels from the lively lava rivers, and you need an oily fishing rod. You got to equip ice gloves, fishing bait, and you need level 80 fishing. I believe we talked about the experience rates when they announced this. It's about monkfish experience rates, so if you want to compare that to that, it's, and it's nice because this was actually one of the things I was bitching about when they released this. I was like, I don't want bots to come in here because you can get things like onyx bolt tips and stuff from these eels, right? You crack them open.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't want bots to come in here fucking killing this, and I was just, just bitching. And, but you need a lava cape to actually enter, so.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a pretty good gate. I like that. So,
anything, like to do anything in that new like area, the new city part of it, you need to have the lava cape.
Yeah, you gotta show them the lava cape, and you obviously gotta keep it. And yeah, so there's the fishing. There's
have you done the fishing?
I have not. I was going to, but I just wanted to slay Sarah, and I was killing. I'll get to this in a bit, but I was killing the new TzHaar cats, level 221s.
Yeah, we'll get that in a second. I tried to do the fishing. I say try because either I thought I had level 80 or maybe I just didn't think it was 80, but I went to go do it and I only have 72 and I just like, what? I still get mixed up with my old account from back in the day.
Yeah, I have 82, so I should definitely be doing this, but maybe I'll do it this week for sure, and I'll let you guys know. Maybe I'll clock 3 or 4 hours of fishing, and I'll tell you guys what the loot was and the average or something. Even though it's not a good pool, but better than nothing. So,
So I want to say, to get the oily fishing rod and the ice gloves, you get them both during the hero's quest.
Mhm.
So if you have them done, you should already have them in your bank.
yeah, you also need ice gloves to do Recipe for Disaster.
Oh yeah, you need it for a few things.
Yeah. So, like,
Desert
you'll definitely
treasure,
have
I
them.
believe.
Plus, if you're like me and you loved the Rune Trim look back in the day, you're definitely going to be keeping these because that nice cyan
I feel
gloves.
ya.
But,
Good
yeah.
times.
Oh, yeah. And, so yeah, there's the lava fishing, there's thieving. So you need 75 thieving and you can steal from the gem stalls. And then with 82 thieving, you can steal from the ore stalls. And then at 90, you can pickpocket the TzHaar Hers. I think it's the little white dudes that are walking around in the city.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Did you try any of that?
I can't do any of that yet, so no.
No?
But I was gonna say, I should mention this because it doesn't say this in the Inferno, but if you look at the map, there's the bank of Inferno on the eastern side, and right next to it is a sulfur furnace, and you can cook on it, so it's literally right next to a bank. So there's a
What do you say a sulfur furnace? What's the difference?
It's like it's the holes that shoot it's just like
Is it just cosmetic though? Like sulfur furnace is no different than another furnace, right?
yeah, there's just cosmetic. It's just like it suits it, but it doesn't show it on the map. So it like
Oh, okay.
it's like a vent. It's the people safe spot behind them when they're killing those guys. Those like circular things. I saw a picture of a dude cooking, and it's like right next to the bank. And so
Cool.
you got a fire cave. You got the new best spot to cook. So yeah, that's
Good
pretty
deal.
nice. Keep that in mind.
That's sweet.
New place to cook. You don't have to follow.
Wait, you're saying it's better than the rogue bank?
It's literally, I can grab you a picture. It's literally you stand in one square. You bank and cook. You bank and cook. Banking's like to your north, let's say. Well, to your east, and then the thing is to the north. You know what I mean? Like it's right. I can try and find.
Here's
I'll
a
link
big
you. I'll link you a picture right now.
No. I get it, but here's a big one. Can someone stand on the furnace?
No.
Boom, best spot. There it is, right there.
Yep.
Sorry, fire stander.
Sorry, random event. You know. Better luck next
Oh yeah,
time.
yeah, that was true.
The friggin' rogue stand. But yeah, look at that picture. The guy's at the chest and he's cooking right next to it. So yeah, I don't know, pretty
That's
nice.
awesome.
They didn't really
Place
mention
in the
that, but-
Discord if you want to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. So with those two new skilling methods, they have two new skills to do. I guess they have the obsidian armor that came out, and the obsidian it requires 60 defense to wear, and it's got some good defense and good strength bonuses. When you wear the full set, which is the helmet, plate, and legs, it gives 10% boost to your melee weapon and melee strength when you're wearing an obsidian weapon. It's like an obby
I
maul
forgot
or a
about that.
dagger. Yeah,
That's awesome. I like that.
and it stacks with the berserker necklace too.
Shit.
So we're gonna probably see some new types of pures out in the wilderness.
Oh yeah, I kind of want to just rock that stuff just to see what you can do. What's great about those sets of items is for like doing castle wars and shit like that. When you want to just fuck around, you're able to just bust out these wacky little
Go around in one shot.
suboptimal. What's that?
Go in one shot of pure with an obby maul or something.
Or at least try, and then you realize you can't.
Yeah, it'd be nice to do. Yeah, we should probably talk about this armor because I don't know. I wasn't super for it. When I probably bitched. I bitch about a lot of things. That's just how I am. Pretty complainy, as you guys probably noticed. But I was bitching about it when it first came out. Yeah, when they first released it, and I was like, too good. Probably, I'm assuming. But so if you look at the stats, it is kind of like it's geared definitely towards mid range people, so like level 80ish, I guess. It's definitely geared towards like that type of a combat level. Even if you're not using it for like with an obsidian weapon, like the helmet gives like +3 melee strength, and then like pretty much 25 defense across the board except for magic. And it like. Okay. If you're slaying, you should be using the Slayer helmet, preferably imbued, and if you're not, then, like, you should be using the Helm of Nietzsnot. But, you know, if you're too lazy to quest, this is what the alternative is. It's like 150k or something. You know, you can wear this. It's not as good, but, you know, it's like a step under, or a step below of the Nietzsnot. So it's a good alternative if you're that guy that just hates questing and can't be bothered. Then you can get this helmet and you can just buy it or kill the level 221.
Always keep in the back of your head the obsidian boost, right? The 10%.
Yeah. I mean, but like if you're just going around grinding random things, like you're not really going to use an obsidian dagger or a maul. You know what I mean?
Unless you did.
Well, like, I mean, you can if you want. It's not really optimal. Even with the boosts, it's not really optimal. But,
yeah, okay, fair
enough.
enough.
You do you, play the game how you want, but
sure.
If you're going to like use the helmet, Slayer helmet.
Okay, it's good if you don't like to do quests.
Yeah. Same thing with the obsidian chest plate. It's a little bit, I would say it's a little bit under the fighter torso and Bano's chest plate because it's got 1 melee strength less and then the defensive stats, And if you're too lazy to do barbarian assault, which, you generally would use the fighter torso or Torag chest plate or something until you get BCP.
Yeah,
you can just use that as an alternative. It's not as good, but, it doesn't take 5 hours to get. And then with the legs, it's, 1 melee strength less than the tacits, I think. And it doesn't cost 22 mil. The defensive stats are way worse, but I mean, the melee strength is kind of the important stat.
Dude, the legs are huge in this set. They're the biggest item, I think.
I'm pretty sure, well, in terms of like being viable, like if you want to use them, like, yeah. Because it's like you would use these until you get 22 mil and buy tacits, generally.
Yeah,
if you're
because
just healing for Slayer or something.
Yeah, before this, without tacits, there were no other options for melee strength and legs.
Yeah, so like the legs are like really important. And I mean the helmet and the chest piece are kind of alternatives if you can't be bothered to like do the quest or barbarian assault. Because some people just hate doing that. I get it. You get back from work, you don't want to fucking grind like 6 hours with groups that just argue to get your torso, and you don't want to do a bunch of quests. Like these are nice alternatives, and then the legs are just nice to have. I mean,
and
I got tacits,
also
so
keep
I don't
in
have to worry
mind
about it, but
also keep in mind it's only 1 melee strength, right?
Yep.
So if anyone's complaining like, fuck, we don't need this item, we don't need another item with a melee strength bonus and like, with legs and stuff like that, just like 1 melee strength isn't a whole lot.
But, it's definitely nice, because, like...
this is RuneScape. People love to min-max, right?
Yeah, exactly. If you're that kind of guy that, wants to do as much DPS as possible, and you don't have 22 friggin' mil to chuck down a well and get legs, like, you just get these. So, yeah, that's pretty nice. I like that a lot. And so you can get these from a drop from the level 221 TzHaar cats. They have an Obby Maul and a shield, Obby shield as well. I killed them for like 4 hours straight. I Darox, I rock cake down to 1 health, and I was going around like 3-shotting them. All I got was an Obby Maul. Got like a shit ton of Tokal, but I didn't really, so the drop rate has to be high. Like I didn't get anything. I was just hoping to get it just to talk about it a bit more in the podcast, but
yeah, it's tough. Definitely gotta be pretty rare. Because even the Obby Shield and the Obby Cape are fairly rare for the guys who are one step below, like the black and red versions.
Yep.
But well, actually, the Cape isn't the rarest. It's actually it's not as rare as you would expect, to be honest. But the Shield's pretty rare. I imagine the armor's about as rare, if not more rare. I think it depends on how much Jagex wants these to flood into the game, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had no problem with them coming in quick just to lower the price. I just looked it up. The legs are actually 1.1 mil. Chest is 1.4. Helmet's 800. I just looked it up on OS Buddy.
Oh, okay.
So I'll pull it up and just see how much they've fluctuated. Well, I'm looking at it now, like, yeah, they're going to be everywhere because they just got released yesterday. They've been from the helmet's been from 1.1 mil all the way to 750K.
Oh, huh.
So honestly,
cool.
like, I won't be surprised if next episode, or even when this episode's out, if it's kind of dropped even a lot more.
Yeah, they'll probably drop. Hopefully they'll drop a bit. I mean, the legs will probably be the most expensive, but...
Well, I'm just looking at it now, and this has only been over, like, 24-hour period, maybe more, I don't even know, but I'm looking at it, and it's like, everything's gone from the chest has gone from 800K up to 1.6, and then down to 1.3.
Yeah, usually new items are going to be fluctuating. Yeah, we'll see in like a week.
Yeah, it's kind of silly to even be looking. Well, whatever. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, definitely interesting. But yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to the big tuna, which is the Inferno, the new PVM challenge. The thing I believe everyone underestimated when it first came out. So
yeah, I totally agree.
You'll fight, I believe, 69 waves. That's the wave 69 is where you fight Zuck,
hell yeah,
the big nasty. And if you manage to kill him, you'll get Infernal Cape.
Cool.
Best in slot, melee cape. And it looks good, but most importantly, it's supposed to just be a symbol of, like, skill. That's pretty much what it's all about. And
from my experience, and this is just me looking at, like, a 10-minute bit of a stream, because it's like, I was like, yeah, I said I might try it, so fuck it, maybe I'll just try it. It could be kind of funny. I looked it up, and it's just, like, wave 4, and I'm just like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah,
yeah. I can't do that.
So
I'm gonna die.
I think, what we believed, I do think what the majority of the community believed was, it's your lava cape, but give it a year and Pures can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I thought people were like, it's gonna be a bit hard, but it's just gonna be another stepping stone and, like, helping me do Slayer faster. But no, this is getting this Infernal Cape. Like, you need to have like 2 bill worth of gear, like you need a twisted bow, you need blowpipe, you need Kodai wand and robes, you need like the best of the best gear to do this. And obviously, if you have that, you should have like a max cape.
And on top of that, you need to be good. I'm watching everyone; they're prey flicking and like they're prey flicking so fucking crazily. I was just like, oh my god!
You're like non-stop flicking between range and mage, and they're prey flicking those so they don't lose prayer. And then now I gotta go to melee, gotta run here while I do this. Like,
I need some food because I accidentally tanked a hit. And just
it looks really fucking hard, and there's no way I'm gonna be able to do it anytime soon. Like my friend went and got a second fire cape to I'm gonna do it on day one. Once someone beats it, I'll just see what they did and I'll copy them. And like as of right now, no one's beaten it. The furthest we got was, I say we, but the furthest they got was getting the boss down to half health, and then we found out the boss has its own Jad type healers. They have these healers that come out and heal it.
Hold on. So I like I said, I'm really busy with work. Normally at work when things are slow, I'm able to be on my phone and kind of browse Reddit throughout the day and shit like that. And since I've been really busy, I've kind of been off the subreddit, so I miss a lot of shit. You're telling me nobody's beat it yet?
Dude, in the long run, nobody's come close as of right now that we're recording. The closest is like, when I say not close, I mean they get to the last boss, but it's so fucking hard that like, you know what I mean? It's like if I gave you a basketball and said, chuck this thing 400 feet in the net, and you like threw it like 250. You're like, you're getting close, but really like the final push is like, how are you gonna do that? Like that's kind of the metaphor I'm trying to make right there. So like, I'll try and talk about like there's melee minions that will tunnel and appear on you, so you can't safe spot the melee guy. Well, you can, it's really tricky, but in general, they're going to tunnel and melee up to you, or teleport up to you. They have mage guys that fucking hurt, and I believe it's either the mage or the range guys. When they die, they revive someone. And they all hit so hard. They have like, you know those fat little slug dudes in the, like when you're doing Jad that punch you, and when you kill them, they break off into two.
Yeah, and they kind of have recoils on them. They hit you one every time you hit them or something.
They have that, but instead the guys, they go from mage to range attack, and when you kill them, they break into 3 little dudes, 1 mages, 1 ranges, 1 melees. There's 4 pillars. The map is a big square with 4 pillars.
Mm-hmm.
So you're using that to save spot instead of using the Italy spot or something, for Jad. Like, you don't use the terrain, like you use what they give you. Like, they made these pillars for you to save spot. But then they spawn, on like most rounds, they spawn these 3 little guys called nibs, and they destroy the pillars, so you have to kill them.
That's fucking crazy.
So there's so much shit going on. There's targets you have to prioritize, you have to save spot certain people and kill them at certain times, you have to kill them in certain orders. A lot of the spawns are random too, like where they spawn in the map. So you can just get dicked where you're standing, where they spawn, and if you lose a pillar too early, like your run's kind of thrown out the window. And it does if you have seen anything with the fire cape, it starts off with like one dude, and then it's one and another guy, and it kind of like, introduces a new guy, and then goes down the list. It'll be like 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like it kind of like, it kind of like adds like that, and then goes through like they have that going on just like Jad, and up until you get to, I believe it's 67, that's when it changes. Yeah, so you get to wave 67, and then you have to fight Jad.
Oh, okay.
So after 66 fucking waves, which is, I think Jad was on wave 65 when you're doing your fire cape, and these waves are way fucking harder. So
right.
Then you have to fight Jad, and you're like, okay, I killed Jad, and then what? And then you fight 3 Jads at once. Yeah.
Are they attacking in sync?
No, so they attack like 1 or 2 ticks after each other. They kind of go in like a little rotation, but they don't use the same move, obviously. Like you have to read, watch the north one, watch the east one, watch the south one. Okay, now go back to the north one. And you have to constantly, all right, which one is this guy? And you can lose track. Like I was trying to, like I'm watching like say Bodhi or someone, because I was watching the streams a lot, trying to figure out as much as I could. And like sometimes I'd lose track on who's attacking next, and I'm not even playing. I'm just watching, right? So keeping track of the 3 Jads, and then the Jads spawn healers, like they're the normal Jad fights. So there's 3 of them. And then after you fight the 3 Jads, then you fight Zuck, like the last dude. And he reminds me of Olm from Raids. He's like a dude that kind of spawns out of the map, kind of. And you have to, shoot him from afar. You can't, like, go up to him in melee range. Anyways, he spawns this, like, rock that slides from up and down one of the sides of the map that he's on. And you have to stand behind it. And the people found out it shoots at certain intervals. There's certain parts where he shoots, so you can predict it, but people aren't really doing that because it's really tricky to do.
Okay, yeah.
So but what they're doing is you're supposed to stand behind this rock, and if you don't, like, the dude literally can hit 115. Like, he's one shot. I saw him one shot Wooks twice for 115.
Yeah, I've seen a few pictures. That's fucked.
Yeah, so you have to stand behind this fucking, like moving gate wall thingy, and then it spawns the mage ranger equivalent of, like, the monsters you have to kill when you're doing the gauntlet to even get here. And they attack this gate. This thing has a set amount of health, so you have to kill these things in time. So what people are doing is that they're aggroing both of them, and I don't know which one they're praying, but they pray against one of them and tank another one, and they try and kill it really quickly. All while
what happens if they break
behind.
the gate?
Then you're pretty much dead, because now he's going to just freely shoot at you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're trying to keep the gate alive, right? And then, so let's say you manage to kill the ranger guy, like, oh, thank God, the hard part's over, and now I'm gonna kill the major guy. I don't know which one you kill first, but yeah, whatever. And then you kill him, and then you go back to fighting the boss for a bit, and you'll never get, I'll let you guess what happens next.
You get a 5-minute break where they let you refresh your prayer energy.
Pretty close, but Jad spawns again. So now you have to fight a Jad.
Fuck me.
Now you have to fight a Jad while walking up and down this lane, staying behind the gate, pray flicking the whole time, killing the Jad healers and shit. And then this is where the farthest guy is his name was V something. This is where, like, as of recording, he's like the one that got the furthest. He got him down to half health, and then the Zuck guy spawns his own fucking healers, and they heal you thought, like, the healers heal Jad a lot? Like, these things are healing, like, 40s nonstop and shit. Like, they fucking pretty much fully heal him, and then he died immediately. So there's way more to the fight, you know what I mean? Like, there's definitely a lot more to the fight. We don't even know the whole fight, and, like, it's been, like, we're almost hitting, like, 48 hours, you know what I mean?
I know I'm not really saying too much, but if you could see, I'm sitting here just dumbfounded because, like, I went on the subreddit, the day it came out, and I saw some memes and stuff like that, but I saw enough memes where I was just like, oh, okay, the memes are already out, okay.
Yeah.
Let's look at them a bit, and then fuck it. I wasn't gonna, like, follow the live updates. But then I got home, I was watching the stream, and it was the official RuneScape was just showing people trying to do it and stuff. And I was like, oh, this looks really tough. Shit. But I had no idea nobody has even been able to finish it. Like, I was watching it, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. I want to watch somebody do this from the beginning, but I can't do that right now. And then I ended up getting off because I had to go, I had a hot water tank happen, so I was figuring that shit out too last night. But, so when you're telling me all this shit now, I'm just like, what? Mm-hmm. Has anyone at Jagex even been able to complete it? Like, when you're making an update or creating something, don't you kind of have to test it and make sure it is possible to do it? Or did they, from what you're saying, it sounds like they just made this, like, okay, let's make this super duper hard and put it out there and, this is RuneScape, someone's gonna figure something out.
So that's what a lot of people have been like whining about is like, how can we do it if Jagex probably can't do it? One of the mods said that he could do wave 3. I mean, not wave 3, the 3 Jads, but that's him spawning at that wave, doing it over and over again with full supplies.
Exactly, yep.
Honestly, if you look at any game, the players are always better than game testers. Like, you look at Dark Souls, when Dark Souls 2 was coming out, like, I don't know if you remember, but I was fucking obsessed with Dark Souls. Like, Dark Souls 2, I was in love with it. Dark Souls 1, I was in love with it.
Yeah, I know that was a big thing for you. I've never played Dark Souls because I suck at video games, but...
Oh, man, there was a point where I was fucking, like, obsessed with Dark Souls. And, I was watching, before Dark Souls 2 came out, I was watching the game testers playing it, and and I'm watching them, and they're fucking shit. Like, they're so bad at the game. Aww. And I'm like, this is Dark Souls. Like, they're dying on trash mobs. They can't even get to the game testers can't even get to the boss. They're getting frustrated during this video. And it's like, and the guy, I forget what the guy's name is who made it. I used to remember his name, but it's been a while. When he came to take over Demon Souls, which is the first one, and he came into this new company and, or this new division, and they were like making Demon Souls, and it was a really bad game. So he came in, scrapped it, and was like, we're gonna make the fucking hardest video game we can. You know what I mean? And so this guy he designed like this really hard video game, sent it out to game testers, and they all said this game is way too hard. And he was like, you know what? Fuck yourself. I'm making it harder. And he went and made it even harder. And then that game became super popular, and then like eventually, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 come out. And Bloodborne came because of that. And so, like, yeah, you make something hard enough, there's, like, gonna be a player that can beat it. Like, no doubt about it. Like, if all the mods at Jagex or one mod at Jagex can beat the boss, like, there's people that play the game 10 times more than they do because they're working on it, right?
It definitely makes sense. Just because you make a game doesn't mean you have to be the best at it, right? Because, like...
I mean, I personally, fucking, like... Once I found out there was 3 Jads, I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then once I saw that a Jad spawns the last boss, I'm like, oh, this is so good. Like, the harder the better. Like, I would love it in a year from now. I totally
agree with you. I'm sure it's kind of a valid argument, but, really what we have to do is wait a week, and we're really going to see if this is possible or not. Mm-hmm. Because, like, it just takes one person to do it for it to be like, there. It's possible, sort of, unless it's like a thing on like, oh, I had 1 health left and like, super lucky on the numbers and shit like that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but pretty much like if a mod or like a developer could beat it, then that means a good player base could beat it.
No, yeah, exactly.
Majority of us, like, I would have had it done if like, I'm not saying I'm better than them, but I mean, I have more free time than them, and they probably played the game more than me, but like you know what I mean? I just feel like, okay, I'll sit down for 18 hours and grind it out. I'll just I'll do it. You know what I mean? If I knew it was possible and I really wanted that badly.
So you agree with the method of releasing it super duper hard? Obviously, this is something I'm saying, then like, of course, why wouldn't you agree with it? And then maybe tweaking it as, if it's...
I don't think they should not make it easier. I think this is the perfect difficulty. The fact that it's been out for almost 2 days and no one's beaten it, like, this is like the point I'll make, but, the like big thing that makes higher level and end game players like quit the game is that they grind for hours getting something and then it gets quote unquote devalued, even though that's like a meme.
Yeah.
But like, how upsetting would it be? How upsetting would it be to get 99 agility and then parkour came out, the house obstacles, Like, these are way better, this is way better experience, and there's actual rewards. Like, you'd feel, like, cheated. You'd feel, like, pretty upset. Like, I wasted my time. Well, RuneScape could be argued as a waste of time. But you know what I mean? Like, if you look back
exactly.
If you look back at the time and say, I wasted that, like, that's a horrible fucking feeling. And, like, if you look at, like, oh, I got Bando's, tacits. I finally saved up and bought them. Well, you could have just spent, like, $40 or however much it is for real money to buy bonds. You could have just spent real money and bought them. So then it kind of makes your achievement, like, less valuable. And then grinding out 99, it's like, well, there's a lot of easier methods. There's easy methods to get there. A lot of them are very AFKable. And, like, it just takes time. Like, me getting 99 strength didn't feel good. I was kind of like, I felt way more accomplished getting a quest cape, right?
Yeah.
Than the 99, because, like, this 99 strength and fletching and stuff, it's like, let me just sink X amount of hours and I'll get it. Like,
most things are either sink X amount of hours or sink X amount of hours and hopefully you'll get lucky and get the pet or get the item.
Yeah. And so, like, a lot of, like, the general achievements aren't their achievements, but I mean, like, anyone can get them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's not, like, anyone can get a fire cape. People tell me they can't do it, and it's like, honestly, man, you gave up after your 5th try. You could do it 15 times and you'll get it. You just have to calm down and do it. Like, if you have the stats to do it, like, people do it with 31 range and no prayer. Like, you can do the fire cape, and like, the fact that this Inferno thing is so hard, that, like, I want to see in a year from now, like, 100 people have it. Like, that's it. Like, I want it to be, like, the ultimate achievement, that where it's like, I've spent the time getting the stats, spent the time getting the money, and I'm good enough at the game to do this ridiculously hard, mechanically challenging thing. And, like, like, the trifecta of everything in this game comes together, and it's like, you're not going to be able to buy an Inferno cape because you need, like, $2 billion worth of gear, unless people find, like, a way to cheese the boss or glitch it or something, which that will, like, really upset me if that's a way to do it. But like, I honestly think that, like, it should be this hard. I love it. Like, it makes it, like, it like, kind of like, I mean, I took, like, a month hiatus in preparation to do the Inferno, and, like, now look at me, it's gonna take me, like, a year.
Yeah.
But I came back on day 1, and I literally me and my friend had the mindset of, we'll watch a couple streamers, wait a couple hours, someone will get it, we'll just watch the VOD, and then we'll copy them. And that's, like, literally what I was thinking, and that's what my friend was thinking. And then we're like, fuck, man, we don't even have the stats or the money, and they can't even do it with both. Shit, how are we gonna do this? And then we're like, fuck, we have to start doing raids. And we're like, me and him are like, yeah, we gotta start doing raids then if we want to get this one day. And then now, like, boom, I got that fire, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta grind these out, get this, start doing raids, start grinding the shit out of them, get a bunch of money, get all my 99s I need, and then get all the gear I need, which is, like, a long, long, long ways away, but, you know, it's like, it kind of gives you that, like, something real to strive for, instead of, like, something that can easily be taken away.
No.
And if they nerf or make it easier, like, that is gonna, they set, like, a really good precedent, pretty much, with this fire, or this Inferno cave. And I do think they should keep it how it is.
No, I agree. I was trying to, play a devil's advocate. I was like,
of course,
I'm trying, because honestly, it's hard. It's probably going to just develop into a circle jerk fest about how cool it is and how much we like it. Because when you were mentioning about how hard it was, I was saying, I was getting hyped. I was like, shit, I wish I was on Twitter, and I wish I was on Reddit that day and checking every hour, and I wish my boss came up to me and he was like, you're fired for being on your phone all day, and then I could be like, that's how much I wanted, whatever. But, like, you know what I mean? Like,
dude, it was super nice. I, like, woke up, made breakfast, and then I just sat there. Oh, Bodhi's on wave 60. Watch a stream, watch him fail. Okay, open up Twitch. Oh shit, Wook's on 66. Go to him. This random ass guy is, like, about to do the boss, and you just jump from person to person watching, like, the Jad, triple Jad, and boss, and you're cycling through everyone. Oh, everyone's dead. I'll watch Bodhi for a bit,
hoping to be there when they finally beat it,
and just, like, watching it, and, like, I was literally watching, like, probably Bodhi or someone doing the fight, going, oh, he's fucking dead. Oh, he tanked it. What? Oh, nice. Oh, it's a big hit. Like, I'm actually sitting there, like, getting really into it, and then he dies. Like, oh no, he could have had it. Like,
that's crazy.
I don't know. It was, like, it's super fun to watch, and, like,
I mean, I've said this in previous episodes. Like, I did that with Monkey Madness 2 when it came out. I was watching the threads on Reddit and shit, and it's really cool to see like, oh, we just discovered that you can find this part here, and when this guy says this, they talk about this guy here, and then people are just figuring out the riddles together, but everyone's working and no one's completed it yet. And I was just like, that's very cool.
So that's what I love about the community. Everyone like bands together to like support people. Because man, like people are dropping like 50K viewers, like people that have like 20 followers that like get to like, you know, the last wave, and then boom, they get hit with a wave of 20,000, and they know they're just there for the boss fight, but like it's really good exposure. No one cares who's there. We just want to see someone get there and beat it. Like everyone's super like supportive of, you know, I mean, obviously when they die, they go, ha ha ha, you're dead. But,
yeah.
Like, everyone's kind of like, oh man, what about these strats? What about, okay, hey, did you notice that it shoots at these certain points? Oh my god, I didn't. All right, here, let me go open it up, go on paint, and like X mark each spot that it shoots. Hey, you should try standing like 2 squares away, which people are doing now. Like stand here so you can hit these guys with your blowpipe when you run by. And it's like everyone's kind of helping each other, learning from each other, just to get this big ass Inferno down. It's been like 48 hours and no one's done it, and some people are gonna get frustrated because they think that they should be able to do it, but you know what I mean? Like, there are things in life that not everyone will be able to achieve.
The same people who complained when the raids came out because they thought level 100 should be able to do it. But you brought up an important factor that I didn't even consider. This is gonna be a huge boost to exposure.
Oh yeah,
I know, like, amongst some of my friends stuff, RuneScape is still mocked because they're just like, yeah, it's RuneScape. You click on something and wait.
It's a medieval game for kids, as people always say, or something.
You click, like, they're just like, yeah, the hardest boss is what you click and you pray and you eat every now and then. Because they're also used to, like, World of Warcraft, where you're pressing, like, you know, X amount of buttons to do these spells and whatever, bouncing around and moving all over the place. But, like, with this, someone's going to see, like, holy shit, 50,000 views, click on it, and they're going to just see this madness of, like, chaos, just being like, wow, is this RuneScape? Because this looks fucking hard. It looks like they actually have things that take skill now, and not so much take just time to be strong enough to complete it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's, I never even considered about the people that are just going to stumble across it, because, like, yeah, and it brings in an excitement when all these people are cheering these people on. It's just like, it's like the Olympics, right?
Yeah,
RuneScape Olympics right now.
It's brought so much life to like the community, and I mean, there are gonna be people, that are complaining that it's too hard, but like, you know, some things have to be too hard, because if you do it, that's called accomplishing something. You know, I mean, it's a game. I get it. You know, you got off work and you're tired and shit, but like, fuck, man. They're like, you need something to like strive for in life and like on a game. That's what keeps you playing.
No, these things are important. These little ways to escape the fucking mundane life that you have. Like, going to work 9 to 5 every day. You come home and then you can just like escape into these games, or like, I'm going to say Dungeons & Dragons because that's been doing it a lot. I've been getting excited. That's a great way to escape as well. Like these escapisms, I should say. That's what a lot of people consider these things, right?
Yep.
It's a way to just kind of take a break from the stresses of everyday life.
I mean, yeah, like especially RuneScape. It's a game we all played at the local library when we were young, and like we all have like good and bad experiences. Like now, like the majority of the community is like working and like in school and shit, and then you like, fuck, man, I kind of want to go back to the good old days, and you can with this game, and it's nice. And like,
and honestly, it's not really that much different than like sports and stuff like that, because sports are just, it's a game. Like you're using it to escape like the boringness of life. You create this game where you kick a ball into a net, and then you get it. You suddenly score a point. These points don't fucking matter, but like for that moment, it kind of does, because you're able to get away from. You know,
I don't know. It's just like, it's going. Super nice. Like, it's gonna sound really lame, but like, this is super nice. Fucking like, just like, I remember getting my first fire cape and being so proud, being like, oh fuck yeah. I felt as good getting my fire cape, and like during my semester, I had like a test on materials, and I got like one of the highest marks in my class, and I felt like just as good, because like both situations, I like sat down and was like, all right, this is what my goal is. I'm gonna do as best I can and see what happens. And I remember like studying for fucking hours and hours for like weeks. And then for Fire Cape, like grinding out all the stats and the money, and then doing that over and over again for like a weekend or for a day in the weekend. And then I went like getting it in like both situations, like I just walk away like, oh, finally. Oh, fuck, this feels nice. Oh, I gotta do that again. You know what I mean? I gotta find something even harder to go for because it felt so good. Like you need, I don't know. And like, I just can't imagine the feeling of getting this Inferno Cape, like seeing how friggin' ridiculous it is. And like the wall you have to climb to even start attempting it, and then attempting it, but then also beating it. It's like, oh, dude, I can't even imagine how good it would feel to be the first guy getting the Inferno Cape.
Dude, I bet you nobody knows how it's gonna feel. And the best thing is, with being at 2017, you're gonna fucking be able to see just how that guy fucking reacts and watch it just be like a fucking staring into the camera, just...
It's Wooks. Yep. Okay, and now, like, Wooks was this soft, quiet voice. All right.
Does he get... he doesn't get hyped up for stuff like that, does he?
Not really. He jumped when he got a twisted bow. He's like, oh! And that was about it.
Like it's an anime?
Yeah. Yeah. But, dude, the longer it takes for people to get this Inferno Cape, the better it's gonna be once someone finally does it. And once you do it, if you're like, man, this took everyone like first couple days, you know.
We went on quite, like I said, we went on quite the circle jerk tangent there because I wanted to say my devil's advocate. Are you going to be saying the same arguments about all this when it's been 2 weeks from now and no one has still got it?
Garrett, I swear to you, if that is the case, I'm going to totally agree. Like, I'm going to be like, keep it fucking, make it harder. You know what I mean? Like, make it impossible.
Okay, what if...
Make it a pipe dream.
What if the first person gets it was a bot script, because like it's like a year from now, no one's been able to do it. They're just like, the only way you can do it is from a bot, so I'm just gonna sacrifice this account to show that you can do it with a bot.
Well, that wouldn't happen. We can't play those types of what ifs.
Okay,
but
what
that definitely
if
won't happen?
That's cool. Yeah, you got me hyped up. I really want to watch this develop and really see people progress from that. Oh man, it's gonna be good. Like what I'm hoping, what I really don't want to see is us finish the episode, quickly go on Twitch or something, or go on the subreddit and see someone have it. I want to be there.
Oh, it turns out if you wear Guthans the whole time, you can probably just out-heal everything.
Oh, that would piss me the fuck off. People are bringing like $2 billion worth of gear. Nah, just bring full Guthans and just AFK in the middle.
Yeah.
AFK, come back in 2 hours and you'll have the...
It's actually better experience than NMZ.
Oh God, don't even say that.
Your worst nightmare right there.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, we went on quite length with that. Is there much more to talk about in regards to...
Yeah, so while we're on the topic of the difficulty and how no one can beat it, there are it's called the first three. It's the first 3 people to complete Zuck. They get some cool goodies.
Oh, okay.
So if you're the first one, you get an IRL Inferno Cape.
Yeah, does it like
you
move
get
and shit? I wonder if is it hot? Do you think it'll burn you if you touch it?
I don't know,
dude.
You'll get the ladies hot though.
Oh,
you
hell
bring that
yeah,
shit to the bar,
dude.
Watch out, ladies! I got my Inferno Cape.
Yeah, dude. Think about getting into a fight with someone. You just knock his face off. So much strength bonus.
Bring that shit out in the winter. Warm some people up with the heat.
Dude, that's great.
Be pretty good. But yeah, so you get an IRL Inferno Cape. This is if you're the first person. You get the cape. You get RuneFest 2017 tickets and travel.
Ooh.
So I don't know if it's just a ticket, like for the like the flight ticket or whatever, or maybe they get you a hotel and shit.
I'd imagine maybe they'll put you up in a hotel, maybe.
But when they say ticket and travel, like that, to me that implies you get in and it's like you go to RuneFest for free. And that's it. Don't worry about anything. We got you. That's kind of what it comes off as. You'll also get lifetime membership.
Whoa.
Yeah, so if you're the second person to complete the Inferno, you get just the ticket and travel. Well, I say just, but you get the ticket and travel to RuneFest 2017 and also lifetime membership.
They bring a taxi out to you.
Yeah. If you're the third person, you get a foam dragon scimitar. No, I'm kidding. You'll get a RuneFest ticket and then just lifetime membership. Well, but you'll also get lifetime membership. You only get the ticket. You don't get free travel and everything if you're the third person, but shit. I don't know. Imagine being the guy you beat it 3 times on 3 different accounts.
Wow.
Give me all these tickets.
I'm rich.
But
think of the bonds I could buy with it.
Yeah. So if you're one of the first, they'll let you know on the RuneScape message center. You'll get a little message. I don't think I've ever checked my message. Well, not ever, but maybe like when I was a kid, I checked it once. Like I never checked my message centers.
I checked it all the time as a kid because I wanted to get the mod status. I participated in the forums.
I
don't know. I thought maybe they did, but I participated in the forums a lot. I'm pretty sure that's how it would happen. I can't imagine how else. And I was always trying to be like a good Samaritan within the game.
Make it a goal.
Why do you think I got scammed so much? Put myself out there to find the scammers, then I reported them.
Yeah, exactly.
At what cost?
But yeah, so one of the first 3.
I think at this rate though, of how hard it is, they should just give like the first 10.
I don't know. The streamers, so Bodhi, Wooks, Foe, like all the big streamers, everyone that got to play test signed an agreement that they aren't able to participate in the first 3.
Oh, cool.
A friend, like all the big streamers pretty much, they're not able to, well, the ones that were there aren't able to get this. So you don't have to worry about Wooks, Bodhi, and Foe taking the top 3. And it's like, well, these rich guys now get free membership. This is bullshit. It's like, no, it's these first 3 are for like the average, like quotes around average, but the
average
max.
Joe.
And yeah,
or Joanne,
the average guy that has a finished account, pretty much.
Yep.
And then go to Twitch and watch that stuff live. Pretty excited. It's actually like really good to watch. It makes I've been slaying like all week, and these past 2 days I've been like actually like enjoying Slayer because there's so much to watch and absorb.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. In other news, we're gonna go down a little bit. We're gonna hit a little slope, but the world map can be closed by clicking the map button again.
Oh, yes!
And the engine team are working on a way to hit escape to close the interface. That's the first thing. The first thing I noticed when I opened up the new world map, I opened it, hit escape, didn't work, and I was like, bullshit. I'm pissed because I instinctively escape out of every UI because I have it enabled in my options.
Yeah.
I have to say, though, I love this new map. It's so good.
It's great. I just Alt F4. I gotta log in every time, but I still do it. It works.
Yeah.
A little bit slower.
But, I don't know. I love it. I find it, way more useful than I thought it would be. I used it a little bit, but now I'm using it, way more. Because, you go into a dungeon, it, has all the names, where to go. Yeah, I don't know.
It has where you are and clean. A nice little, indicator where you are, your character.
Definitely better than the OS Buddy map.
Yeah,
one they had.
And honestly, I'd be so sad if it wasn't better.
Yeah, I mean they obviously put way more time than we can imagine into this. You can tell they put a fuck ton of time into it, and it definitely paid off.
Maybe that's why it took so long.
Yeah, exactly. I'm down. I'm fine with that. Yeah. So. If you would find a piece of rogue equipment, you'll now find a rogue equipment crate, and you get to choose which piece you get.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, and the engine team have improved click zones for a number of objects throughout Old School. I really hope they fixed the vampire area. I forget what it's like to the west of Mortania. When you have to avoid all the little vampires and go through the stupid houses and shit. So many of those click boxes are so finicky.
Yeah?
Yeah, when I had to do that, whatever quest is over there, I don't remember what it's called, but you spend 5-6 seconds trying to find the click box. So I really hope they fix that area and
I know there's a ton of them, so I'm trying to think, but
there's
ropes and shit. There's a ton where you're just you have this half a pixel to find.
Yeah. I mean, they've made it a little too accurate for sometimes. It's a rope. I know you want to click on the rope, but this rope is tiny. Come on, dude. But yeah, and then they fixed a lot of bugs, just random things.
Anything worth mentioning?
Not really. Just capitalizations,
Okay.
It's texts. Random ass shit. Nothing that is really worth mentioning.
Yeah, after the Inferno. Why did you do that to us?
I probably should have started with that. But, we got to get off this wave sometime.
That's how we do it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of it for this episode.
That's the news.
Honestly,
Shit.
the Inferno. Do you have any final thoughts with it? With the whole update in general?
I like it. I mean, it's cool. It looks good.
It's good. It's nice.
Yeah, it's nothing much. There's not, it's not overly complicated.
Yeah. I like
Talking
it
about the
because
design, I mean, like, it's pretty simple. It's just a circle.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's convenient. I do like how this is kind of geared towards more higher leveled people.
They've been doing that a lot lately.
80,
with the raids.
Yeah, the 80 fishing, the 75 thieving minimum, and then like the gear. That is kind of for mid-level people, and then the fire cape to get in.
Yeah, exactly. The fire cape is the big one.
Yeah. But like this kind of gets me excited for Fossil Island, because Fossil Island's going to be geared towards lower to mid-level players.
Right.
And like you see how much work they've put into this.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's really nice, and like they're definitely going to put in like because all their 90% of their energy is going into the Inferno boss and stuff. And so now with Fossil Island, like it's going to be the focus is going to be a lot more like on the whole experience instead of like that one main thing, right?
Yeah. I don't know if it's because of the new company that ended up buying Jagex, but man, this year, obviously a lot of this work's been going on before then, but this year, Jagex has been fucking on the ball with this game.
Dude, like from raids to
the Inferno, and then I also want to mention like the nerfing of Zulrah, the fucking Neve's Cave. Like, what the fuck are those coming from? Those are like that's something people bitched about and stopped bitching about because they just kind of accepted it, and like it's like this time
it became like a meme.
Yeah, exactly. It almost
Private
seems like
server slayer.
They brought Zezma into the game, and he's like, "All right, this is what we're gonna do. Neve's Cave, gotta go."
Yeah, I don't know if this new... I don't know if they're, like, lighting a fire under them, or maybe the fact that they got bought out, they're kind of like, oh shit, we gotta, like... We can't lose our jobs, you know what I mean? Like, maybe they're a little worried, but their team's expanding, they're doing, like, a lot of good updates. Like, it took them 2 years to nerf Zulrah, but they finally nerfed it.
Honestly? It almost feels like they were being kind of rushed beforehand by, like, being like, no, bigger updates, let's make the people who are playing more happy. And then, like, these people came in and they're like, I don't, obviously I'm just assuming out my ass, but it just is what I'm saying. It just feels like a huge difference where they're just like, listen, go back and fix the things you've kind of rushed. Take your time with this stuff and, like, really, I don't know, maybe they have more manpower or something.
They have more people, and I think when Zulrah came out, this was, like, kind of getting towards a lower point in the player base. People were dying out, bots kind of were taking over, and I guarantee you Zulrah was thought of to counteract botting.
True, maybe.
There's no way it would drop all these crazy items for no reason.
Okay.
And I feel maybe they waited a while to kind of see how it would affect the botting economy and stuff, and but, like, it should have been nerfed a lot earlier, but I can see why it wasn't for a while. Like, I can see why the employees would be like, we'll wait it out. We want to, like, try and deter bots. As soon as everyone is like, this is going to be a permanent thing, then we're going to fucking keep them on their toes, nerf it. But they nerfed it finally. Well, they fixed Neve's Cave finally.
I have a little bit of I have a quick question. Okay, no, sorry, continue on. Yeah. They fixed Neve's Cave?
I was going to say, and then they're just pumping out, like, Inferno and raids and now Fossil Island, like, this is crazy. Like, we're hitting this is the golden, like, age. This is the golden year of old school.
Yeah, you might be right about that. Now, I know I was saying, is it something that Jagex is? Obviously, it might be what they're doing, but do you think the player base may have changed a bit as well, where they're more on the lines of, we don't want Neve's Cave? Because maybe when it was first introduced, more people were like, yeah, I'm down. I want to get a higher Slayer. And now a lot of people are just like, look at all these people with a high Slayer. Like, what the hell did you guys, what the hell happened? This isn't RuneScape that I remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right on that. Cause, like, if you think about it, like, when the game first came out, myself included, I played for like 2 days and was like, I don't want to fucking grind to my old stats. And I think a lot of people kind of had that, and they're like, okay, let's incentivize people to get back to their old, account. Let's get their old account back. So they came out with, like, Neve's Cave and, whatever, maybe Zulrah and stuff, like, a lot of easier ways to get those stats up. And then they kind of realized that, like, the majority of the players have surpassed it. And now the people that haven't hit that level, like are either completely new, because there's a lot of completely new players to old school,
surprisingly amount,
or people that were like level 30 or something, right? And like their Slayer level was 20, and they're like, all right, well, we don't want these new people to be deterred, and these higher level people don't care anymore because they got what they got out of it. Like, I surpassed my old account like fucking long ass time ago. You know what I mean? Like, I had like 95 strength or something on my other account. I don't even remember. Like, my account was okay. It's nothing that good. Like, considering how much time I'd put into it.
It's funny. I've surpassed my account in only wealth.
Really?
My skills haven't, like, they're getting there. My strength, when it gets, okay, this is what's kind of funny. I never got 99 strength on my main. I got to 98, and then they did some change to pest control or something. I can't remember. They did some changes. Oh, they took out the Peking, I think, and I ended up getting really pissed off, and I just quit. But yeah, that's where I'm at now. So when I get 99 strength, I'll finally have been like, okay, I can finally say I have like my highest skill ever is on this account.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you gotta grind that out. But like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right with the, you know,
player
players
changing.
are kind of happy with where their accounts are.
Yeah.
And
I gotta imagine it slightly embarrassing, you know, new players who are coming to RuneScape for the first time and seeing like a Neve's Cave and being like, oh, what the is this what this game's about? And you're just like, don't ask about bursting. Please don't ask about bursting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like, fuck, don't even look back a year before that when people were they were allowed to bot, sort of.
Yeah, splashing was fucking OP, and even Guthans for 6 hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, those are ridiculous. So like, this is great because I'm trying to think this year. I'm like, usually when a update comes out, there's a lot of backlash, but all the backlash it's too hard. I can't do it on my level 105.
Yeah, but I mean, with like the newer updates, I guarantee you this is probably what happened. Jagex HQ, just Q. We go to Jagex HQ, and there's like mod Archie and shit, and they're like, all right, we're losing like a lot of max players, and we're losing a lot of like level 80s and shit. Like, what's going on? Why are we losing like these demographics? Because like people I see quit are always either like mid range or they're like end game players. Because when you know you hit that early game, there's so much shit to do, so many quests, so many quick levels you can get, a lot of fun stuff you can experience the first time, and then you hit mid game, and it turns into this time to get to late game so I can start killing Bandos a million times.
You start redoing all the things you were experiencing for the first time. You just start doing them over and over again.
And then you hit late game. Oh, I can finally do Bandos a million times. So then you do Bandos a million times and you quit. So then they're like, all right, well, we gotta find new things to keep these end game players in. So they come up with raids, and they come up with Inferno, and raids is like fun challenges with groups of people that are kind of hard, and good money can be made, and you know, it's nice and refreshing. And then Inferno, it's like, you don't have any friends? Yeah, that's fine. You can just do this extremely hard challenge and, you know, try and achieve this cape, whatever.
The Inferno cape is for people who have no friends, so that's great.
Yeah.
You do not have time for friends if you want this cape.
Yeah, and then with Fossil Island, they even said it's geared for mid-range level players. So once you know, you're in that early game, you do all your quests that you need to do, and then you can get to Fossil Island, and you're like, oh, this is nice. Now this is where all the content that will push me over to late game to like get me into raids, get me into this, you know. It's nice. They're filling in like some gaps that have been missing since the game's ever, you know, since the game has always been out.
And I'm pretty sure we had this conversation before, but a lot of these updates seem like they're noticing an influx in new players. So they're wanting to be like, look at what we got to show you.
Yeah.
So very cool. I am happy and impressed. This year's been a pretty good year for Jagex, I'd say. Even their most recent Deadman tournament was great.
Yep.
So yeah, cool. Good for them. Good for us. Good for us as players, you know?
Yeah. And it gives us like a lot of stuff to talk about. It's nice. I love going into like all that shit.
Yeah, and like I said, I was fucking
into it.
I was just, you're running that show solo when you were talking about it, because I was listening and I was like, this is so interesting.
I don't know. I get excited.
It's good. Excitement's positive, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's pretty much all we could talk about with the news, I think, right? The updates, there's much more we can really talk about.
No, that's everything.
Yeah, pretty badass. I like it. Looks cool. Can't wait to never get it, but one day, who knows?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, that's the news. Looks great. Let me just do some plugs because I just apparently throw these in the show whenever I can remember and feel like it. So, bam. If you want to follow the show, you can find us on Twitter at The Wilderness RS. We're also on Facebook at facebook.com/The Wilderness Podcast. If you want to email this show to, tell us any stories, ask us any questions, tell us we suck, whatever it is, you can write us in at thewilderness.podcast@gmail.com. We have a clan chat, which you can jump in at any time, which is WildCC. And we have a Discord. Ask us if you want to join it, and we'll get a link out to you so you can come hang out in there. And if you want to find us on YouTube to rewatch these shows for whatever reason, you can search us on YouTube, but yeah, it is what it is. What's your week looking like next week? Anything fun? Anything you're looking forward to?
Slayer.
Yeah.
I got a little thing tonight and tomorrow.
Ooh. Checking out some prostitutes?
Yeah, some good old hookers.
Yeah.
I need to get me some Inferno, if you know what I'm saying.
Woo!
Give me some burning sensations.
Like gonorrhea.
Yeah, buddy. But, I don't know. Slayer, maybe some Rocket League.
Right on.
Know. Some games that my buddy's buying, which kind of sucks. He bought VR. He bought an Oculus Rift.
Oh, cool.
HTC Vive. And so that means he's just gonna be buying VR games from now on, and then I won't be able to play any of his new games
until
I've honestly been tempted to pull the trigger.
Let's go half season. We can just share it. It seems really gimmicky. That's why I don't want to get one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
it'll be cool to try and to show other people, but I don't feel like I'm gonna come home and play VR for 4 hours every night, which you probably shouldn't.
The one thing that bugs me is I was gonna buy it in September and it was $1,000, and now it's $600. I'm like, fuck. What if I wait till September? It might be $400. Like, I'm just gonna wait and see. But yeah, it's pretty much cool. Nothing for me. Nothing that I can predict. What about yourself?
Generally the same sort of. Next week, a week from now, next Friday, I'm going to see Cirque du Soleil. That should be fun.
Oh, nice.
Should be interesting. So I'll let you know how that goes. But besides that, nothing. I know next weekend, actually, we'll have a show before that, but I'm saying next week we got another D&D session. I'm actually pretty pumped for that.
Yeah, buddy.
Had some time to work on some of the DMing, which is a lot of fun. But besides that, I don't think anything. I don't know. It's gonna be a fun time either way.
Mm-hmm.
I really gotta take a piss. You want to close her out?
Yeah, let's wrap this biznitch up.
Let's close her out. Okay, awesome. All right, thanks guys for listening. We really appreciate it, and listen next week for episode 37.
Yep.
All right. All right. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.